Hey guys, welcome back to my beauty stash, or welcome if it is your first time here. Hello, my name is Steph. I would love to have you become part of our makeup family, so be sure to click on that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy watching. Welcome back to Love Fest Week here in my beauty stash, guys. Love Fest Week is a series that I started last year where the week before Valentine's Day, every day before Valentine's Day, I upload a video related to the love of makeup, the love of beauty, favorites, get ready with me's, ranking videos, the best of videos, all related to our love for makeup. And today I have a drugstore Valentine's makeup look to share with you. All of the items that I'm using you can find in your local drugstore, and I'm excluding like Morphe, I'm excluding ColourPop, BH, even though those are very affordable brands and you can find them in the drugstore section at Ulta, but they are not at the actual drugstore. Like when you go to Walgreens or CVS or your local supermarket, you can't find, unfortunately, BH Cosmetics there or ColourPop there. So I want to just keep this to traditional drugstore makeup items that you most likely already have in your stash. Nothing I'm using today is brand new, or if it's new, I've already used it on my channel. These are all well-loved items in my stash. I cannot wait to create this look for you guys. If y'all want to see a Valentine's Day inspired look using all drugstore makeup, keep on watching. First off, I'm going to prime with the e.l.f. Acne Fighting Putty Primer. So tell me about your Valentine's Day plans, guys. Those of you here in the US, Valentine's Day is the day after Super Bowl. And I happen to be off from work on Valentine's Day. How convenient, right? But I'm sure it's going to be a very busy, a very fun weekend for a lot of you, even if you're not here in the US. And let me know in the comments if you all watch the Super Bowl, even though you might not be here in the US. I know it's super duper popular, but I don't know how far reaching our American football is. So I'm curious about that. For powder, for foundation, I am going to be using one of my new favorite drugstore foundations, and it is this powder foundation from e.l.f. This is the e.l.f. Camo Powder Foundation, and I finally got my correct shade. This is 150C. Now, before I apply this, I'm going to set down some concealer, and I'm going to go in with definitely one of my favorites at the drugstore. This is the L'Oreal Full Wear Infallible Concealer. What shade am I wearing today? I have two shades in this one. The one I grabbed, I grabbed the lighter shade. This is shade 325. I'm going to put some on my nose, a little right here. This concealer is definitely full coverage. I have another shade in it that is more of my skin tone, but since the powder foundation gives such amazing coverage, this is definitely all I need. I don't need to spot conceal or anything like that. And I am using the beauty sponge that came in the e.l.f. Cookies and Dreams collection. I didn't want to use it at first, but it was just sitting up here and I was like, let me try it. And actually, it expands. It gets pretty big, bigger than what I thought. Okay, now it's time for the Camo Powder Foundation. And I'm going to be using my BK 106 to apply. This is my favorite brush for applying this foundation. Now, it does come with a little sponge in here, but I just prefer to buff this into the skin with a makeup brush. And the reason why I chose a powder foundation for this Valentine's Day look is because if I actually wear this for Valentine's Day date night, it's so easy to touch up and it's so full coverage and long wearing. It just does an amazing job on the skin. And I know a lot of places, I don't know about where you're at, but our mask mandates and stuff have gone away like a long time ago here in Texas. It's our choice if we want to wear one or not. But I know in some businesses, locally owned businesses, they do require you to wear a mask when you're maybe entering or leaving or walking through the restaurant or whatever it is, store. And I know some of you, you know, around the world, around the US, you guys still have to wear a mask. And I mean, you know, we do what we gotta do, but you want to make sure that your makeup on Valentine's Day is going to look great. And should some of your powder foundation rub off, it is so easy to touch this up. Like, this is my favorite when I go to work, because I do wear a mask on and off throughout the day at work. And this is just easy to touch up. Like, you can't really touch up a liquid foundation because, you know, it's not going to look the same after a while. And it might get cakey and stuff. But this, it's just powder. Look at the coverage. Now, unfortunately, right now, I'm not getting ready for date night. I'm actually getting ready to go to work. But I'm pretending. I'm pretending. I'm still going to do my makeup as if I'm going on date night. Alright, so now that the foundation is on, I'm going to go in with the Maybelline City Bronzer. And the shade I have is 200. I believe this is the middle shade. And I'm using the BH Cosmetics Aquarius brush. This is a matte bronzer, and I didn't buy this when it was initially released. I think this has been out for like 2 or 3 years. I actually got mine a few months ago, and I've been loving it. I got mine in December, actually November, December. So tell me, guys, what is your plan for Valentine's Day? Are y'all gonna celebrate like on Friday or on Saturday? Are you gonna just wait and celebrate the day of? I have a feeling a lot of people are going to be celebrating on Saturday and then really just having a blast on Sunday for Super Bowl. So it's going to be a busy weekend here in the US. Very busy. Hopefully you all have made your reservations for dinner or whatever you're going to do this weekend. Maybe you all are going to go out of town, have a long weekend. We always have, at work, we always have the day after Super Bowl off. They call it a weather day, and we're required to have 2 weather days per year. And since we don't really get that bad of weather down here, they never have to use an actual weather day for the weather. So it just happens to work out that we get that day off. This is such a beautiful bronzer. I love this. I'm gonna get a smaller brush. This other one, this is also from BH Cosmetics. It's the Emerald. I'm just gonna use this to kind of just quickly contour my nose. I know you're supposed to do this with like a contour shade, a cooler tone shade, but I always do this with bronzer. Just gives a little bit of warmth. Let's do a little bit right here too. I don't really do down here much, but you can. I just kind of keep my bronzer up here. Love this. Love the shade, everything. Now for blush, I'm going to use one of my favorites, and this is from Milani. This is the Luminoso blush. And I'm taking that on another BH Cosmetics brush. Which one is this one? This is the diamond one. Now this blush does give a bit of a sheen. Not too much, but a really nice glow. And that's why I picked it, because on Valentine's Day, on date night, I want to have a nice glow going on. I mean, I always want to have a nice glow, but especially on Valentine's Day. And for some of you, this might be enough. You might not feel the need to go in with a highlighter. Maybe highlighter's not your thing. Just pick up a glowy blush. That'll be enough. Okay, now the second step is going to be optional. I pulled out the Flower Beauty Miracle Glow Powder. This is a finishing powder. Now, again, I like to have a nice glow going on to my complexion. That's what it looks like. So I'm just going to apply this all over. Again, this is an optional step, but for those of you who want that just lit from within all over glow, you're going to want to do this step. I'm using this brush that I got from Wet n Wild. Kind of just keep it on the perimeters. And it kind of even tones down the bronzer and blush a bit. Maybe you went in heavy-handed. This just provides such a beautiful glow. I love it. Now I need to set my under eye area, and I'm going to go in with one of my favorites, the Flower Beauty Miracle Matte Loose Finishing Powder. Just brushing away any excess. Now this is the one I'm going to use for highlighter. This one from Wet n Wild has been around for quite some time, and this one is in the shade Boozy Brunch. And I'm using this little Shop Miss A AOA Studios brush. This is the F19. Love this one. I'm putting highlighter obviously on my cheekbones, and I'm bringing it down some because I just want to have that glow. And I always do a little bit right up here and in the center of my forehead. I do a little bit on the tip of my nose and then right up here. Cupid's bow, chin. You don't need to do these. This is just what I do. Now I'm going to go back in with a little bit of blush. Same one. And I do this to kind of just help blend the highlighter and the blush together. Now I'm going to go in with this Catrice Prime and Fine Dewy Glow. Just lightly press everything in with my beauty sponge. Alright guys, I'm just going to pop off camera to take care of brows, but these are the products that I'll be using. I'm using the Bite Size Brow Palette from e.l.f. This is in the shade Auburn, and I'm using the NYX Lift and Snatch Brow Pen in the shade Ash Brown. Alright, the brows are on. I have eyeshadow primer. Well, it's not a primer. I just use it as a primer. This is from Makeup Revolution or Revolution Pro. It is the Ultimate Coverage Crease Proof Concealer, and I have the shade CO2. So that's what I have going on. I want to apply some lipstick now, and I have this new one from Milani. This is the one that has been making the rounds all over TikTok and social media. It is one of their new lipsticks. I forget the official name of this one, but I have the shade Petal. This is from the spring collection, that pink collection, and I really do love the packaging on it. I think it is so, so pretty. So this is what I'll be applying right now. Ooh, that's a pretty shade. Okay guys, the shade Petal. Beautiful, beautiful pink. Formula feels very comfortable. This is going to be a matte, or semi-matte maybe. It feels good, feels nice. Okay, so for the eyeshadow, I pulled out the Wild Heart palette from Wet n Wild. Now, this is still $19.99 on the Ulta Beauty website, but a lot of you have told me you've seen it like at Walmart and stuff for like maybe $15, maybe even at Walgreens and CVS, maybe for less, you know. This palette came out last summer, and I have done a review over it. It is surprisingly amazing. So I will be using this palette today. I'm just going to focus like on these shades down here. I kind of want to try and keep it a little cool tone, maybe even incorporate a little bit of those pinky shades here. But let me start. Actually, is that a shimmer? That looks like a shimmer. No, I better start with this one. I better start with this shade first. And I'm using this brush that I got from Wet n Wild. This was from the My Melody Kuromi collection. I'm going to try and use all affordable brushes, even though I know I used that BK Beauty brush, but that's just the brush I use for that powder foundation. But if you've noticed, I've been keeping all the brushes very affordable, BH and Wet n Wild. So this is a beautiful purple. Love this. Guys, if you haven't checked this palette out, I highly recommend. I know it's a bit bulky, but it's a good palette, and you pretty much have every shade you could want, especially if you like more neutrals. It's definitely more of a neutral leaning palette with fun pops of color. I'm just going to do one eye on camera, and then I'll take care of the other eye off camera just for time purposes. Now with that same brush, I'm going to go in with this shade right here. I'm going to focus that right on the inner portion. Now I'm going to pick up some of the matte black, and I'm using the BH Peridot brush. Picking up some more of the purple that I initially used, just to blend. Okay, so I'm liking the way this outer corner is looking. Let's do something for a shimmer shade. I think I'm going to go in with this one right here. This looks so pretty. And then maybe do the white shimmer for the inner corner. And I'm taking that on a damp Morphe M124. I'm going in with that off-white shimmer shade, and I'm focusing that right here in the center, or not the center, the corner. A little bit of fallout there. Now for the lower lash line, I think I'm going to focus on, let's see, I kind of wanted to do the purple down there to just make it fun. Let's try this one, the purple shimmer. Now I'm going to add a little bit more of this white shimmer. Okay guys, so I think this looks pretty good. I'm going to pop off camera and do the other eye. The mascara I'll be applying is this one right here, the Voluminous Noir Balm Mascara from L'Oreal. Love this one. I'll be right back. Alright guys, so here's the completed drugstore date night Valentine's Day makeup look. What do you guys think? I added, of course, the mascara I told you and some Wet n Wild Breakup Proof liquid liner to the top lash line. And for the lower waterline, I went in with one of my favorites from LA Girl. This is the Neon Shockwave liner in the shade Vivid. And that is it, guys. This is how I got a super affordable full drugstore makeup look using even affordable makeup brushes. You don't need to spend a lot of money to get a beautiful look. And I'm sure that a lot of you have some of the products already in your stash that I used today. If not, maybe you want to pick up, which is not a bad idea, the Wild Heart palette from Wet n Wild. This is a fantastic one. Also recommend the mascara. And if you haven't tried the new e.l.f. Camo Powder Foundation and you're interested in powder foundation, maybe you have powder foundations that you've used in the past and maybe they're almost done, try it. The e.l.f. Camo Powder Foundation is amazing. It made my #3 best foundations of January 2022 list. That was a video that went up the day before this one goes up, so hopefully you guys can check that out. But I love this look. One last thing I want to do to lock everything in, because who knows how long Valentine's Day is going to last. I'm going to go in with this setting spray from Moira. This is the Micro Dot setting spray. It has oil control. It's a microfine spray with retinol and hyaluronic acid. Guys, those of you in Texas, HEB has started to carry Moira. I know I've seen it in a couple HEBs here in South Texas, but check your local HEB if you are here in Texas for this in store. If not, those of you from elsewhere, Moira website, amazing, super affordable makeup products. Alright guys, so this is officially the completed look. Let me know your thoughts. So what did you think of all of the makeup that I used in today's video? What are some of your favorites that I used? Or what are you going to be using for your affordable makeup look for Valentine's Day? Leave it in the comments down below. I want to thank you guys so much for watching another one of my videos. You all have a great day or night, wherever it is you all are at. Stay hydrated, guys. Drink that water. And I will see you all very soon. Bye.